you know, this is one of the biggest cards of the year. Um, like I said, if we're not going to UFC Hawaii, I'm bringing UFC Hawaii to the ninth island, and that's Las Vegas, baby. So that's what we plan on doing. You know, it's a huge fight. It's a big fight. I'll tell you guys right now, the crowd there is gonna be crazy. You know, the people there is gonna be insane. You're gonna see, you're probably gonna see a bunch of Hawaiian flags going there, marching the streets. So I can't wait. I'm excited for this fight, and it's just it's another. Why not be excited with this guy? You know, it's another challenge. It's another challenge that a lot of people is questioning. You know, like this guy got this, and this, and I can't wait. You know, we sat down with my team. Like I said, we sat down, we talked stories. We think we figured it out. So the hard part is done. Fun part comes. Actually, got one more hard part. Everybody talks about the weight and blah blah blah. But after that, it's punch someone in the face day. So I'm waiting for it.
Weight is okay.
Weight is more than okay. I feel good. I feel great. People keep talking to me about my weight and this and that, but at the end of the day, I always make that 145 limit, and I can't wait. I can't wait to show the world why I'm one of the best in the world, one of the best mixed martial artists, not a 45er, one of the best fighters in the world. So I'm excited.
You said at the press conference in New York that, oh, you're a big guy. I'm going to give you the opportunity to go up and I'm going to take your belt and go up to 155. Is going up still something that is on your mind?
Yeah, going. Yeah, I want to be the best mixed martial artist in the world. And being the best mixed martial artist in the world is not a guy who stays in his weight and dominates his weight. It is someone who's willing to go at whatever weight. So whatever is the best guys, whoever's the best guys in the world, you guys tell me. I got a couple belts I want to fight for. The 55, of course. You got Khabib because he's one of the best guys in the world. The nicest mother lover belt. Stephen Marlon Boy Thompson hit me up, and the baddest man on the planet. DC. He's the heavyweight. He was the heavyweight king. I still believe he is the heavyweight king. And at the end of the day, if that's the guys that I need to fight to be the best in the world, that's what we're gonna do.
So you can possibly be a two belt champion, nicest MRFer and baddest MRFer. Maybe you can challenge Masvidal as well.
That'd be fun. I like treat pieces. I like a soda, and I like biscuits. So that let me know.
Max, with the move up to 155, are you viewing it as you're going to continue at featherweight and then if a right opportunity comes, you'll move up? Or are you going to look at it as, okay, after this title defense, it's time to move up and leave featherweight behind? Are you going to make a drastic change to move up?
We see what happens. We see what happens. I don't know. A king defends the throne, and my throne is here at 45. But if there's an opportunity at 55, why not? If it's defending or fighting for belts, whatever. It's not even the belts that intrigue me. It's being the best martial artist in the world that intrigue me. So if the best fighters in the world, whoever you guys think is the best guy, let me fight him, let me out him. If he just has the belt is the topping, the cherry on top. So at the end of the day, we see what happens. I'm gonna sit with my team. First things first, we got Alex. I ain't trying to look too far in the future, and we go from there.
Not to look past Alex, but after him, there doesn't seem to be any more clear-cut contender at featherweight. You've got Korean Zombie who probably need another win. Then even Rodriguez, you probably think he needs another win. Is there another name after Alex you can see like that's the guy, or is it time to maybe look at 155 for the next fight?
It's MMA. It's MMA, man. Every 2 weeks there's a hot fighter. There's the next one up every 2 weeks. So I ain't too nervous about it. That's not my goal. Ain't to look at guys. Winners focus on winning, and whoever at the bottom of the mountain they can keep climbing, and that's what they're gonna do. Whoever UFC, we're gonna sit down after this fight. Hopefully everything goes good, and we talk to UFC, and whoever they want to put in front of me, then they will put in front of me.
What did you think of the performances of some of the featherweights who've been in big fights, Yair, Zabit, and some of those guys?
I didn't really watch them. I didn't get to see some of the fights, but I heard they did really good. And it's really exciting. Like you hear names like Zabit and Yair. Yair is a flashy guy. I love his fighting style. Zabit is the same way. I love his fighting style. So I think so. Those opponents is cool. I think it would be great matchups, great fights. But at the end of the day, I got Alex in front of me. I ain't looking past him at all.
Now, we had Tyron Woodley earlier in the year. He talked about, if you ask all of the UFC champions who would be their favorite, he said they'd probably all say Max Holloway. What does that mean to you when you got a guy who was on top for a long time giving you those kind of props?
It means a lot, T Wood is a good guy, great human being. A lot of the champions is just nice people, So when you hear guys like this, this is the type of guys that you look up and you model your career after. And I just lost for words, Lost for words, It's more than a nickname. Blessed.
So we've heard you mention that you've taken a more medical tests after the scare a little while back. Can you give us any detail on what sort of tests you've been taking?
I just sit down for my health and wise because one of our main goals, one of our main ideas, and my stuff that my team live by is they work for Rush, they don't work for me. So everything is to make sure that I'm good, so we can be good for Rush, and that's what we do. I think so. Recovery and stuff is super important. I mean, look at what LeBron James is doing. He said last year that he spent $1.2 million on recovery stuff. Period. So that's what we focus on. We focus on health. Your health kind of get lost, especially when, like me, I'm trying to fight four times in a year, and I'm just training and this and that. So I got some of the greatest minds in MMA behind me, and they make sure I'm good all around.
Just on a personal level, you seem like a guy who's pretty rah-rah, ready for the action whenever. Is it frustrating at all, kind of submitting to when it's time to rest, when it's time to not train, and just kind of sitting down when your coaches tell you so?
Yeah, it's crazy. I get into arguments with that man right behind the cameras over there all the time about how I should be doing stuff, especially with training and stuff, and then overtraining. But that's why they're there. I mean, they're with me till the wheels fall off. But their job is to keep the wheels on and turn it nice and squeaky clean. So, I'm super grateful for them, and that's what they gotta do.
Has that the approach and the increased focus on your health, is that altering strategy wise what your coaches have you working on?
Actually, this is the best I ever felt. Every camp we learn something new about myself, and I get better every camp. And you guys get to see. You guys go watch my last performances. The last Frankie one was great, and then tune in December 14th. We're gonna put on a show. It's gonna be an amazing one.
Max, you joked about going all the way up to heavyweight and fighting DC. But realistically, what is the heaviest weight class you think you'd be able to compete in and possibly win the title there?
UFC 1 they didn't have weight classes, so heavyweight is definitely there. But I don't know about holding belts all at one time, this and that. But nobody really got three yet. So 170, I could see myself. I turned 28. I just turned 28. I can see myself maybe going to even getting to 85, being healthy and getting strong there. I got 5 more years, 6 more years in this war. Who knows? I might pull a DC on you guys and fight to 40. I'm sure the guy behind the camera is not shaking his head too well when I say that, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. I think so. I can be big. I'm a Polynesian, Hawaiian, Samoan, and I'm probably the smallest Samoan/Hawaiian you guys see. So I think the weight issue, is not a problem. It's just about getting in the gym, getting the weights, and getting actually packing on the muscle.
Max, I wanted to ask you about some comments you made in an interview recently. You and Conor McGregor have this sort of weird relationship where you fire little verbal jabs at each other,
Yeah.
but then when things get serious, you're both very supportive of each other.
Yeah.
How would you describe your dynamic?
Conor, that's my boy. We be texting all the time. Nah. I was just joking. It's just everybody. I even saw that we was talking about like there's a line that you don't cross. And I think some people is misreading what I said. I said there's a line that he didn't cross with me. And then whenever I did something seriously happened with me, with that Ortega stuff long ago before the first Ortega one that was booked, he was like the first guy asking like, what is wrong with our champion, and this and that. And then when I was walking through the Frankie Edgar stuff, I was walking in slow because the cameraman was telling me you need to walk slower. He the one that is like, what is going on, and he reached out and he always like trying to aware people about how we look and stuff. So I respect, I respect that man a lot and what he did for the sport, and even like a human being, he comes up short just like anybody else, just like anybody else. We're all humans, we all make mistakes, and sometimes you just gotta give a guy a chance. And me and him, we just I don't know what it is, we just respect each other on that level, and I always gonna get respect. You know, I'm excited that he's back in the sport, and you know, I can't wait to him go do his thing in January.
How do you see that fight with Cerrone going?
Well, we see what happens. It's fun, you know. We see what Connor comes, you know. We see if the Mystic Mac is back, or and the way he's training, but we get to see that fight, you know. So hopefully, I wish him a great training camp, and I just can't wait to see him go back in there.
Have you ever talked with Connor like one on one, away from social media, away from cameras, just you and him?
When I
Either
fought
by
him,
DM or whatever?
not really DM. When I fought him, actually, like, it's funny. It's a funny story. When I fought him, we was fighting. We was standing in line to go do our medicals, and it was me and him. And then he was using this cool high, like it was like Hawaii shorts. I was like, oh, I was like, cool shorts, bro. And he was like, yeah, you like that, eh? He was like, it's a Hawaii vibe. I was like, that's dope. He's like, yeah, thank you. And then we went out there and we did the face, like kind of got on my face, so it kind of tripped me out. So I was like, oh wow. It was like this guy can turn on, you know. So, but it is what it is. That's the only like talk I got to talk to him before a fight.
He
Why
has
does
his
he just-
whiskey. You tweeted out last year, I believe, about going to Ireland with Jameson.
Yeah.
Were you just teasing him, or were you trying to get the matchmakers to start the fire?
I don't know what you're talking about. Jameson is a great whiskey though.
Do you think that rematch is destiny? Like it's gonna happen eventually, you and him?
Yeah, you know, we see that happen. You know, like I said, you know, if the Mystic Mac arrived, if he wants to be like what he was a couple years ago when he was the greatest mixed martial artist in the world, and he wants to be the greatest again, I'm sure we're gonna run into each other like that, you know. But because he wants to be great and I want to be great, but if not, it is what it is, you know. But if his mind is right, his mind is straight, and he wants to be the best, I'm sure we're gonna run into each other. So I'm not sweating it too much.
Max, in preparation for this fight, what are some of the different things you've done in training camp? This is another power event. So what are the new things that you
You know, one of the new things I was doing, you know, I think everybody's catching on that I'm like a T-Rex. I'm tall and I got short reach. Been trying to like stretch a lot more, get my reach a little bit longer. You know, Alex got longer reach than me, so I've been stretching doing my stretches a little bit longer, focusing on. Hopefully, we can remeasure for this fight, and hopefully I got an inch or something.
Is it working?
Oh wait, we're about to see. Next week when I check out, we're remeasuring this right now.
Let's say you beat Alex in this next fight, and there's no other featherweight, especially now with Ortega being out of the question, screens off. There's no other featherweight that really stands out for the next challenge. With your goal in mind of being the best MMA fighter in the world, would a fight in another division next be more intriguing against a top contender in one of those divisions rather than someone in featherweight who maybe hasn't done enough to get that shot?
Like I said, we see. You know, first thing first is Alex. You know, and if an opportunity presents itself, you know, I'm not backing down from it. You know, I want to be one of the greatest in this era. You know, as long as I live and as long as I fight, whenever I'm fighting, I want people to talk about like, oh man, he's one of the greats in his time. So that's what I want to do. You know, but first things first. Alex a handful. You know, and you can't be overlooking this guy. You know, most of the times we see when guys overlook guys, you see what happens. So right now he got my full focus. Sunday, Monday, whatever day after the fight, if everything goes good, I'm gonna sit down with Dana and them, Hunter, and we have that talk.
You've got.
It's inevitable basically in every interview something comes up about your fight heritage or being the UFC of Hawaii. But I'm curious, when it comes to fighting, is there something distinctly Hawaiian about the way you fight? There are these concepts of like aloha, hana, and mana. Is there something that's unique to all Hawaiian fighters, or something that you bring that's specifically Hawaiian?
I mean, if you see all the other Hawaii fighters, you know, it's aloha, you see it. You know, most of us is like going to fight week and we're smiling, we're laughing, cracking it up, and when we get in there, we just dogs. You know, it's crazy. You know, I think it is something. You know, it's probably the air. You know, you guys need to calm down. Hopefully sooner than later. Smell the air. You know, get in the ocean. The water is right now the waves is kind of big, so stay away from the ocean if you're in Hawaii. But that's just it. You know, at the end of the day, I think Hawaiians is a little bit different. it's just we just wired a little bit different. Maybe the wiring got crisscrossed or mismatched. I don't know what happened, but we just wired a little bit different.
You seem to really be enjoying yourself at the press conference in New York last month, just kind of watching the headliners go back and forth. What's the difference? I mean, you've carried basically the last few cards you've been on as the headliner. Now you get to sit back a little bit as the co-main event and watch these guys, bark and bark and bark. What's the difference, in your role as a co-main event as opposed to,
Not that much. I just get to show up and fight. I got to talk a little bit less to the pressure. That's always cool. I probably would have just talked about candy and cupcakes if they kept asking me questions at the end of the day. But it's just cool to be a part of this big fight. And those two guys, they got stuff, and I wish I was a little bit lighter so I could grab my popcorn because things were getting heated up with there. So it was pretty cool.
and then, there was a question about other UFC champions thinking that you're their favorite champion. You clearly have a good relationship with a lot of the guys. What are the other champions that you'd like to share a card with in the future if you could, do one of these 2 or 3 title fight cards?
Definitely DC. I want to fight with DC. I always wanted to get on that card. I was bummed that last July one when we couldn't get on it. But DC is definitely I would love to fight. I'll fight with who else is the champion? Amanda. I'm getting this one. She's the GOAT. You know what I mean? So it's dope to be on a card with her. Maybe Stylebender. Stylebender would be cool. He's a dope striker. I'm a dope striker. We fought on the same card again, but it'd be cool that we get to do it as champions. So yeah, that's what Khabib would be fun. Fighting on the same card with him, or even fighting him. Because since he's one of the best in the world, so we'll go from there.
It's kind of the era of the big money fight. A lot of fighters kind of chasing the biggest possible payday, but you're talking more about legacy and more about being the best ever rather than trying to make the most money. Is that accurate? Is that kind of what you're? Are those two like parallel things, or are they divergent things? Do you think?
I think they're parallel. I think if you become the best ever, you keep fighting, you keep running, the money comes with it. Sponsor comes with it. Everything comes with it. You just got to do your job. I think a lot of people nowadays they're just looking for the shortcut, for the easiest way, and then that's when you just see flashing in pans. Like they hit this peak and then they just kind of disappear. And I never ever wanted to be that guy. At the end of the day, it's taking me a little bit longer, but I like the long route, hard route. And it took me, what was it, 10 fights? 10 fights to get a title fight, and I got a title fight because of DC. So thank you, DC. I always thank you for that. I don't know what happened, but I got my intro title fight because of that, and things happen for a reason. At the end of the day, I'm in it for long work. I'm not gonna shy away from hard work period anytime. So you let me know what to do. I think you just gotta keep winning fights, and the money fights come sooner or later.
There are 2 other title fights on your card. Which one are you most looking forward to seeing and why?
I want to see Amanda Nunes and Jermaine. That fight is super exciting, especially if they both, like, Amanda just been striking lately a lot, and Jermaine's a striker. Jermaine once she knocked out a guy in boxing, so yeah, she did. So it's intriguing. So I want to see that fight for sure.
Is there anything special you want for Christmas besides a win?
A cupcake the size of this table. That'd be cool. Check out my YouTube, Max Bless Holloway. We're probably gonna do something after that. A cupcake this big. I'm gonna be eating it. We're gonna put gold flakes on it. So it's gonna be awesome.
I mean, it's Vegas, so you can probably find anything in Vegas.
100%.
So another fight that is drawing a lot of attention on this card is Jose Aldo dropping a bantamweight to fight Marlon Moraes. What were your initial thoughts when that was announced? Somebody you've stood in against dropping that much weight to get to 135.
I was like, thank God I don't have to face him again. That guy's a beast. He's strong, and I was kind of blown away at first. I was like, oh, he's gonna make 35, and it's possible, It's just changing your diet and this and that. So I wish nothing but the best for him, But we see what happens. I'm excited. He's fighting in my eyes. It's like fighting a clone. Him and Marlon is like the same, and they're Brazilian, and they're both Brazilian. So I'm excited for that fight. So I can't wait to watch that fight too.
You just mentioned that when you fought Pettis essentially for the interim title, you said thanks to DC because he dropped out of that fight. Were you and DC actually close before that, or is that some kind of experience that brought you guys together?
No, me and DC wasn't close before that at all. Like we kind of talked here and there, this and that, but like after that we kind of talked more, and then what got us close is that he invited me out to when he was doing the Ultimate Fighter, and I got to spend like a week with him. I think 5 days with him, and we came real close. That guy, he doesn't let it. He just teases you. You know, you watch any video, he teases everybody. So I love that guy. You know, that's my kind of thing. You know, growing up with friends and all my friends, we always give each other a hard time, and it's just good. You know, it's a crazy friendship.
When we see, in bet-ins and fight week, you have a huge team with you. All the guys focused on you. You do a lot of activities, facilities. What about the guys that don't make the trip to the fights, the team back home? How much bigger is this sort of the training group back at home? And are there other guys that you wish you could bring out on the road as well?
It's huge. I wish I could bring everybody. You know, I ain't making that DC money yet. So DC, let me know the secrets so I can bring out everybody. But at the end of the day, we got a huge team. You know, like guys come out. We'd have a huger team if guys came out, and I'm grateful for them, and they always know. I always try to make sure that they feel it when we get home. You know, we always try to go and get dinner or lunch or hang out or just spend time, outside the gym, away from the gym, where it's just crazy. You know, sometimes at the gym is just insane. So we always try to do stuff outside the gym.
In football, if a quarterback has a good year, they generally buy their offensive line something.
Yeah.
Is there something you've ever done for the guys that travel with you or for the team? Thank them for all.
Oh yeah, all the time. We do. I always make sure I take good care of them. Even if it's the small stuff. Catching dinners, whatever it is. But that's just what you gotta do. It's just being a decent human being. You take care of people who take care of you. And these guys take care of me behind the scenes. They do a lot. They do very a lot. Like I said after the Frankie fight, plot twist. I ain't the conductor of Blessed Express. I'm actually just chilling. I'm actually one of the passengers. These guys are the ones making the code, making sure everybody getting on and whatever. So it's just I got an amazing team. I'm just grateful. I'm blessed.
You hear a lot of talk about the Mount Rushmore of MMA. There are 4 guys up there. You're well on your way to being at an elite level. But what would be more important to you, to be on the Mount Rushmore of MMA or on the Mount Rushmore of sort of Hawaiian culture?
I think so. Probably for Hawaiian culture for sure. I just want to make sure show these kids that look, we're in a rock in the middle of nowhere, and you can do great things, but you gotta be willing to put in the work, and you'll be willing to do it. I just want to give them the opportunities and whatever, and give back some way after this is done, and just inspire the next generation. That's what life is about. Life is about inspiring someone. You wanna, when you leave this world, you wanna make it better than when you came in. So that's the end goal. Thank you guys.